Hey socialites, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Ariell. I do mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if those are the type of videos you enjoy, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and come join the family. So today is going to be my January hit and misses, my first hit and misses video of 2025. I do have quite a few products on the list this month. There were so many new releases this month. I hadn't even tried all the new releases this month, so January's new products are probably going to spill over into February, but we're going to go ahead and get started with makeup and work our way down to fragrances. First up is the new Dior Forever Hydra Nude Foundation. So although this is a really pretty foundation, I feel like because I have the Dior Natural Nude Foundation, which is my favorite, this one is just sort of unnecessary. For me, it gives the same look to the skin, except the Hydra Nude I wear in 5N as well. The color matches a little bit better for me, and this one I get a lot shinier a lot quicker because this one has hyaluronic acid in it and it's a lot more hydrating. So if you have normal to combo skin, sort of like mine, you can go ahead and skip out on this one. I feel like the natural nude is going to be the best bet for you, but if you have dry skin, you might like this one a little better. Next product is from Haus Labs, which is one of my favorite brands, you guys. They launched a new mascara this month. This is the Structural Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara, and it does exactly what the claims are. It gives you a little bit of volume and a little bit of length. But my favorite mascara, one of my favorites, like my top two, is going to be the YSL Lash Clash mascara, which does the same thing. So I did a wear by wear test with this on a video this month, and this one volumized more and lengthened more. I will say this, if I had never tried the YSL mascara, then this one would be one of my faves. So although I felt like this was good, similar to the Dior foundation, I just have something in my collection that gives a little bit more. Next up is a brow product. So Benefit launched a new brow pen this month, and this one is called the Mighty Fine Brow Pen, and I picked mine up in the shade, I think this is 5. So it's one of those pens that has multiple little points on the end. So it's supposed to create hair-like strokes that looks like multiple hairs at one time. I think this is a cute product. It does exactly what the claims are supposed to be, and it's pretty long wearing. I just feel like I need a lighter shade in this. 5 is the darkest shade. I think I want to go one shade up because it looks a little strong. I'm not wearing it today, by the way. But when I fill in my brows here, because this is a product that I only use like right at the head of the brow to fill in where I'm missing hair right here. So I would definitely go with one shade lighter. I hadn't necessarily fallen in love with this, so I do want to use this a little bit more in February. We'll probably do an update on this once I get the right color. So e.l.f. launched a new primer, and I'm actually a fan of e.l.f.'s primers. This one is the Power Grip Matte Primer. Their original Power Grip is not a matte formula. So when they came out with a gripping primer that's matte, I knew I wanted to check it out. Y'all, the claims, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not as sticky and grippy as the original, but it does have stick and grip, and it does keep you matte all day. I actually tried it out. One day I used my Lancome Care and Glow foundation, which is one of my favorites, without a primer. The next day I used it with this primer, and I saw a significant difference. I used it on, I think, 1 or 2 makeup tutorials this month as well, but this is a pretty good product, which is to be expected from an e.l.f. primer. In January, MAC took the internet by storm with the new MAC Nudes collection. It's a collection of MAC lip products, some lipsticks in the bullets, some I think the power mattes that are like in the liquid lipstick form type bottle, little container, and some lip liners. And the girls went crazy this month over that collection, and I do think it was a nice collection, but You guys, the color of this year, the Pantone color of this year is like a cooler toned brown, I want to say. And I feel like that collection was geared towards that. There were a lot of cool tone nude shades in that collection, and a lot of them were like super pale nude shades that to me aren't super flattering on African American skin tones. Although the black girls were loving the collection, even the pale shades, they were loving it. That's just not my favorite type of nude. Now, there were a couple in the collection that I really liked. For the most part, I feel like the collection was geared towards cool tone nudes, which is just not my favorite type of nude. Now, one color I wish that came in the collection that just dropped, but it's a part of the permanent collection, so I got it anyways. This one is Call It Cozy from MAC. Y'all, this is like the perfect nude. If you like a peachy nude, a mid-tone peachy nude, like look at that color. When I tell you perfect for dark skin or African American skin tone, I love this shade. I was surprised that it didn't come in the collection, but that was before I saw the actual collection in store and realized that the majority of them were cool tones. So for me, the collection was a nice collection, just not the type of nudes that I generally like to wear. So e.l.f. recently launched these Glow Revival lip oils with the glimmer finish. And I picked up, I think 3 shades. I have these 2 and then another shade. I don't know what I did with it. So this one is candy coated and this one is crystal baller. And these are so beautiful swatched. Let me show you how they look. They look so glittery. So this one's candy coated and this one's crystal baller, which is a little bit more clear. Candy coated has a little bit more of a pinky undertone to it. I think these are so pretty. But the e.l.f. lip oils, the original lip oils that came out last year, I want to say beginning of last year, maybe a little bit before that, are some of the best formulas in a lip oil. Very comparable to the Dior lip oils, in my opinion. This formula is different. I think they added I could be wrong, apricot extract or something else in here. And it may be because it has the glimmer in here that gives you these really tiny glittery reflex. The formula is different and it doesn't have the high shine that the original lip oils give. And those little changes in it just make it not the best. Maybe if I hadn't experienced the original lip oils from them, these would just be everything to me, but they're just not. And I feel like, let me put this one on again, and I tried them quite a few times. So you see that glimmer? If you blend your lips together and talk a little bit, I feel like you start to lose a little bit of the glimmer too. And especially depending on what lipstick you wear underneath, it doesn't really stay that glimmery the whole time. And instead of a high shine, it gives you like almost like a balmy. That's what I'm trying to say. It's almost more balmy than instead of like that high shine that you get from an oil. So for me, I like the colors of them, but the formula is just okay. Sephora Collection launched these colorful face palette quads this month. So I picked up the medium to tan and the tan to deep, and I used them on a couple of videos this month. Palettes come in excellent packaging. You would think something that's clear, transparent looking like this would be like thin plastic, but it's really thick and sturdy quality packaging. It's made with the micro smooth formula that the setting powders, like the Sephora micro smooth powders, it's those same formulas, although they've redone the formula of the micro smooth. Now, I hadn't tried the new formula of the micro smooth powders, but I'm assuming it's this. So for me, they're kind of powdery, like there's a lot of kickback with them, but I still think they're very much worth the money because you're getting a highlighter, 2 blushes, and a contour shade which is decent quality, a little bit more than decent quality actually. So this is a product I feel like you can wait for the Sephora sale to get 30% off, but even still at full price, you're getting very much a bargain, and the colors are actually pretty. I do want to mention two pencils. One is new and one is just sort of new to me. This one is the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner in the shade Burnt Sienna. And I wanted to mention this because, let me swatch it. It's a brown, but it's a reddish brown. And when you smudge it out, it looks, you can see a lot more red. Smudged out, it gives a beautiful reddish brown, almost like a really deep, dark burgundy shade that is beautiful, especially on the waterline. And if you know anything about the NYX Epic pencils, they're here for a long time, okay? They don't wear off, they're super long lasting, and they're at a really good affordable price. So I wanted to specifically mention this color Burnt Sienna. So if you wanted an eyeliner, but something different than black or your traditional brown, try Burnt Sienna to give yourself something different, but the magic is really in the smudging it out. It just gives a really pretty, like a deep dark burgundy reddish brown shade. I've been loving this month. And then new product alert, this is the Morphe, I think they're duo-ended gel pencils. So they have these gel pencils now. I think they come in about 6 to 8 shades. I only picked up one. And so this one is called, I think each side, so the bronzy shade is Need and the dark shade is Want, right? And so they're dual ended. One end has like a shimmery shade. So with this one I got, it's like a bronzy shade, right? But then the opposite side, you get a matte shade, and in this case it's like a dark brown, and they give you enough playing time to smudge them out, but not as much as with this one, so you got to move fast when you smudge them out. But I just thought that was so unique to be able to get a shimmery side and a matte side, and they have some beautiful shades to choose from. At the Ulta I went to, a lot of them were sold out, but they had a beautiful blue, I think they had a deep green. They have some really cute colors to choose from. So on your next visit to Ulta, check it out. Let me know what you think about these pencils. Some of those shades were stunning. The last beauty product I want to talk about is the new Fenty setting mist. Now, not only is this a setting mist, it's also a primer. So the claims are that this spray, you can use it before, during, and after your makeup, and I've tried both. I haven't done during, but I've tried using it as a primer before, and I've tried it using after to set my makeup with, and this is a long-lasting beast. So much so, if you have dry skin, I would skip out on this one. Remember I was telling you guys about the Dior Hydra foundation, how, you know, glowy you get. It's just very hydrating. Well, I use this as a primer. I'll link the video right there where I used it. I used the Fenty spray as a primer, you guys, and it turned this very hydrating, luminous foundation into a matte formula completely. I sprayed a little bit after I finished my makeup, but I got about 3 hours of wear before I started getting shiny with this one. When I used this as a primer, I didn't get shiny at all until I washed my face that evening. So it turned this into something completely different. So Fenty, I don't know what you guys put into this, but this is gonna give the one size setting mist that everybody uses, that they say Beyonce uses on stage. This is gonna give the one size spray a run for its money. This is up there with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm. So if you're an oily skin, like a really oily skin girly, you need this. If you have normal to combo skin like me, be careful with this. You don't need too much because you may be a little bit more matte than you anticipated. Moving on to smell goods, starting off with the Libre body oil. Now I won't talk too much about this because I told you guys about this in my January combinations fragrances I wore in January video that I just posted a couple days ago. I love this oil. It smells like Libre, but it's way softer. It's a dry body oil, so it's not super hydrating. You'll need to mix this with something. This is more so for the smell. So I mix it with baby oil gel, or I'll use it on my skin first and then layer another fragrance on top. It's beautiful. Y'all, it's a soft, beautiful, floral, a little ambery, a little sweet, and I find that so many fragrances lay so nice on top of this. It just gives you something different, very feminine, very pretty scent, and I'm so glad I got it. This will probably be a forever purchase. Smells amazing. And then moving on, I feel like I talked about all of these in that video, but moving on to Hypnotic Poison from Dior. This is an old perfume, but it's new to me. I'm very much late to the party with this one. It was gifted to me by Dior. I did a partnership with them, and y'all, this is so pretty. It's a sweet almondy scent. It's soft. It smells like almonds, soft, sweet almonds. It's a little woodsy, but slightly, I wear it to bed, but I would definitely wear it during the day. And so I've been enjoying this month. Valaya from Parfums de Marly just launched a new fragrance, a new flanker called Valaya Exclusif. And Mr. picked up the small bottle for me, and I've been wearing it for about 3 days now. I'm gonna do a full review and get this up for you guys, but to me, it's just okay. To me, it smells a little almondy. It's a little slightly earthy, slightly woodsy. It's creamy. To me, it's so creamy, it almost gives lactonic. So something about that, and I don't know if there's an almond note in here. I hadn't even read the notes, y'all, but something about that almondy smell mixed with the lactonic. I'm really not sure how I feel about this. It's definitely not my favorite. So I do want to say enter at your own risk with this one, because this little 1 ounce bottle is like $250, $260, not including taxes. So it's one that's probably going to have to grow on me, but the original Valaya I love. I need to get a full bottle of it because I ordered mine through Scentbird and I used it up. Usually I'll use a Scentbird perfume once or twice and then move on to something else, but something about Valaya was so addictive, I found myself pulling for it every day until it was gone. So I do plan on getting a full size of the Valaya, but I wouldn't get a full size of this one. Phlur launched a new fragrance called Golden Rule, which is one of those sort of fruity floral, maybe tropical-ish perfumes with a vanillic undertone. This one is like a really warm tropical scent with like a warm vanilla with the tropical notes in there, and it's okay. Some of the socialites absolutely love it. Some socialites say it's okay. Some people say they didn't like it at all. For me, this one was just okay. I wouldn't get a full size though. For me, the star of the show this month for fragrance has been Rabanne's Million Gold for her, or for women. Y'all, this smells so good. Oh, this is my type of perfume. I've reached for this so much. This month I had to tell myself to put it down. This is another fruity floral that has like a warm vanillic undertone, but it's not as warm as the Phlur Golden Rule. It's much brighter. It's like a much happier, more fun, upbeat fragrance. Way more bright, y'all, and it's sweeter. It's so feminine. It's crisp. Oh, it smells so good. But like I said in the January video, this is the 1 ounce. I wish I would have gotten a bigger bottle. So I don't know if I'd get another bottle of this when I'm out of it, only because this is something we've sort of smelled before. I have several perfumes in my collection that are kind of like this, give me this type of a vibe. But nonetheless, I think it's very beautiful. You know what it also reminds, and it's another Rabanne fragrance Fame from Paco Rabanne. Fame, isn't that Fame from Paco Rabanne is also like one of those tropical fragrances with a little vanilla undertone. So those may be kind of different. They probably have the same perfumer. They're definitely the same brand, but I adored that fragrance and I love this one just as much. So that's it for my January hit and misses this month. Comment down below, let me know what are some products, fragrances, or makeup that you've been loving this month. Is there anything you guys recommend that I get my hands on? Everything I mentioned, I'll have linked in the description box or right there on the YouTube shopping tab on the screen. So be sure to check that out. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love. 'Cause too fresh with the scars.